With the Interceptor update for No Man's Sky, they've added in a new type of Sentinels called the Corrupted Sentinels that you find on corrupted planets. They fight differently. They look differently. I'm Controlled Chaos, and in this video, I'm going to show you how they fight and how to best fight them. Let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to go over the different types of Sentinels there are, and there are 4 different types, 3 that actually really fight back, and then a 4th one that I'll talk about. First off is the Flying Sentinels. These look like your normal basic combat Sentinels, but they have those purple crystals on them. Those Sentinels aren't like your normal regular combat Sentinels though. They added on flamethrowers onto them. They've also made it so that those Sentinels are the healing Sentinels. There are no small little Sentinels. And so you want to sort of take those out quickly if you want to have a quick fight. If you want to have a longer lasting fight, don't worry about them so much. The next Sentinel I want to talk about is the small quad Sentinel, and this one looks so cool. It looks like a 4-legged spider or crab type robot, and once again it has those purple crystals on it. This one jumps around a lot. It will jump at you and hit you with its body. It will jump backwards. It will jump side to side, and it also has the lasers, and it has grenades and stuff like that. But this one can stealth, and you'll be fighting and all of a sudden you'll just see it disappear. You want to keep a close eye on 2 things when that happens. First off is, are your numbers still showing up while shooting in that area that you've been shooting? If so, it hasn't moved. If it's not, those damage numbers aren't showing up, look around in the very close area to where you were shooting, and you will see a transparent purple aura look. It's very, very faint and can be really hard to catch, and it can continue jumping around while stealthed. Once you see that, just aim in that area, shoot, and you'll hit it. It will not de-stealth it, but you will damage it. Now, these guys are very quick, and they will jump behind terrain. There are several times when fighting them, they've jumped behind rocks, they've jumped behind trees, and things like that. The next Sentinel I want to talk about is the large quad Sentinel. This is like the big brother of the smaller one. We're talking 4 times the size. This one has the same powers as its smaller brother, but also has a flamethrower. It does still jump forward and hit you and stuff like that. The thing is sometimes when it jumps forward and hits you, or it shoots its grenade, it's strong enough to throw you back and a good distance. So careful on that. Now, the final and last Sentinel I want to talk about. This one really won't kill you, but it will be guarded by other Sentinels, and this is the Sentinel drill. It's a very tall, long thing, and it's drilling into the ground. And once again, it has the crystals on it and stuff like that. The cool thing about this one is that when you destroy it, one of the things you will get is the echolocator. These echolocators are great to have, and the reason being is if you're looking for encampments to get different multi-tools, this echolocator will give you the location of where the encampments are. So it will give you one location of an encampment, so it's worth taking these on. Now, I do want to warn you, when fighting all of these types of Sentinels, you want to keep at range. The reason being is they explode when they die. They explode with an electric purple field, and it does do damage to you, and sometimes they will jump at you when they're close to death to try to get that explosion to hit on you. So be aware of that. Be ready to jetpack to the side or backwards, things like that to get out of the way. when fighting these, you are going to be doing a lot of moving around, especially with the very small ones and the big quads. And the reason being for the small ones, it's how much they move around. And sometimes you may lose track of them. I know several times I have, but I have an eye disorder that, my eyes jump around. So that's easy for me. I don't know how easy it will be for someone with a regular sight. Let me know in comments down below if you guys have trouble spotting them and keeping track of them when they stealth and jump around. It may just be me and people with eye disabilities that will have the problem. But the bigger ones, they move a bit slower. You're still wanting to move around because that forward jump that they do is a good hard hit. And like I said, it can knock you back. So you want to jump out of the way. And you can always tell because they hinge back a little bit before they jump forward. And that's a tell to them going to do that. And that's a great example. Just like when they're about to explode, they shake a little bit for very brief moment and you'll see that electricity build up and then they blow up. Also, fighting all of these Sentinels, you will get Atheum, and Atheum is really needed for upgrading and repairing your Sentinel devices, whether it be your multi-tool or your Interceptor. So that's good to have. The Atheum can also be put into a refiner and turned into palladium, which then palladium can then be turned into nanites. And when you do put the Atheum into the refiner, you will end up getting 2 palladium for 1 Atheum, which is nice. But when you put the palladium in to get the nanites, it's a bit different. For about 150, you will get 6 nanites. So it's not a big return on your investment, but if you're needing palladium to repair something or to fuel something, it's a great quick way to get the palladium because you can take that Anthem and turn it into the palladium, which is nice. Or if you're super short on nanites and need a bunch of nanites to get something, then you might want to take a look at your stock of Anthem and go, oh, I have this huge amounts of thousands of them. Turn that into your palladium, which will give you double that amount, and then turn that into your nanites. Anyways, continuing on, when I did this battle, you'll notice that they're dropping fairly quickly. And the reason being is I have an S-class rifle multi-tool that is fully slotted to the max with bolt caster enhancements or mods. I have the 3 S-class mods that you buy, and I have the 3 Sentinel mods that you buy, all having 4 stats on them. And I have the crafted mods that you can put on. So it's fully slotted, and I've taken up as many as possible supercharged slots on that. There's like 2 or 3 slots in that whole entire set that's supercharged. So it's a very beefy gun. That's how I'm able to rip through these very, very quickly. I do want to let you know that if you are using a Sentinel multi-tool, however, that laser that comes with it, by default, does not do much damage to them. You'll see it do a lot of damage to trees, rocks, other creatures, and stuff like that, but doesn't do much damage to Sentinels. So I would use something else like the bolt caster or the scatter blaster, the javelin, something else to do that. But move around, keep aware of your surroundings when fighting these, and also keep out for them stealthing. The flying ones do not stealth. They are the easiest ones to take out because they heal. Even if they're healing one another, they're easy to take out. It's harder to take out the smaller ones and the larger, or the smaller ground ones that are the quads, and the larger quad ones, especially if there's a healer there, because it heals by a percentage. And the smaller ones have a little bit more health than the flyers do, and then the large quads have a huge good amount of health on them, so they are the toughest to take out. If you found this enjoyable, please hit that like button. It will suggest this video to more people and show interest in it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and have a great day.